Welcome back to part 2. Chupacabra, from the Spanish words chupa, meaning to suck, and cabra, meaning goat, literally goat sucker, has been rumoured to inhabit the Americas, especially Puerto Rico, Mexico and parts of the USA. The first reported attacks were in 1995 in Puerto Rico. 8 sheep were discovered dead, each with 3 puncture wounds in the chest area and completely drained of blood. In subsequent years, numerous sightings, descriptions and similar attacks have been reported and blamed on Chupacabra. June 2009, Texas, USA. Taxidermist Lynn Butler claims that he has found the mysterious corpse of a creature in a chicken barn the morning after an unseen predator was heard running amok. Its body is described as hairless, with leathery skin and a pointed muzzle, resembling a dog with severe mange. Other animal experts who have examined the body suggest it may be Chupacabra. Jerry Eyre, a colleague of Mr. Butler, said they plan to have the body stuffed and mounted for public display. They did not know what it was, stating, "It is probably a freak of nature coyote or hybrid breed with a genetic mutation. The odd-looking body has a little fur around the feet, but the hairlessness makes it look sinister, as you can see its bones protruding at the hips." A UFO detector is to go on sale priced at $30. Inventor Jacob Myers, who says he spent 6 years perfecting the flashlight-sized detector, said, "I don't want to scare anybody, but thousands of men, women and children are abducted by aliens each and every year. The device is powered by 4 rechargeable batteries and weighs less than 8 ounces. It doesn't have to be aimed, just switched on." He would not say how the device worked, just that it was highly sensitive to radiation of all kinds. Others are not so excited about the device. By the time the detector begins to wail, it's already too late. What are you to do when a spaceship flies within 500 feet? Run?
United Kingdom UFO Network podcast with your host, David Soman.
Great Britain's Ministry of Defence UFO desk has had 394 UFO sightings reported to it between the months of January and the end of August this year. Between the same period last year, there were only 118, making 2009 a bumper year for reports. Gary Hesseltine, a British Transport Police officer and UFO expert, told the UK's Telegraph Online that there has been a big increase in sightings in Britain over the last 12 months. He stated, "We are in the midst of a UFO flap. The sightings reported to the MOD will give an indication, but the actual numbers of sightings will be much higher, because many people will not contact officials for fear of ridicule." London, UK. Amateur photographer Tim Letton from Essex snapped a UFO as he photographed St Paul's Cathedral in London earlier this year. Mr. Letton was taking photographs for a competition when he unknowingly caught on film what looks like a circular solid silver mass flying high over the cathedral. The object was not spotted until he was later studying the photographs on his home computer. As I spoke about earlier, Google's latest doodle on its search page of a UFO hovering above crop circles shows that the circles actually spell out the word Google, with a small green tractor cutting the letter L into the corn. Google this time twittered a map reference which has been identified as the centre of a small town called Horsell in Surrey, here in the UK. This was the spot where H.G. Wells set the first UFO landing in his book The War of the Worlds. As reported on CNN, September 12, 2009, 4 teenagers claimed that as they were playing in the northern part of Panama City, they saw an unknown creature coming towards them. Frightened, they threw rocks at it, eventually killing it. The teenagers say they then ran away, but later returned and took photographs. Officials in Panama City are trying to identify the creature, but believe it may be the fetus of an animal. The photograph on display shows a creature that appears dead, on its back, on rocks. It has a large fat-bellied torso and 2 arms extended above its head. The head, at least to us here at UK UFONW, appears to be similar but smaller than that of the alien in the film E.T. The body appears hairless and smooth-skinned. The find has understandably caused concern to many in the small community. A link to this report showing a photograph of the creature can be found in our show notes at www.UKUFONW.co.uk.
United Kingdom UFO Network.
September the 17th, 2009. Workers and holidaymakers at the Wycliffe Well Holiday Park in the Northern Territories, Australia, reported seeing strange lights in the night sky. One of the park employees, Julie Zanker, aged 36, said she was amazed at what she saw. A white light with blue and red flashing lights around it. It was stationary in the sky. 8 other people, both holidaymakers and staff, also witnessed the object. Later in the evening, Miss Zanker said she went back outside and there were then approximately 10 similar objects in the sky. All were white with blue and red flashing lights. She said they were definitely not helicopters or aircraft. Wycliffe Well is an apparent UFO hotspot. The park owner, Mr. Lou Farkas, claims to have seen more than 30 UFOs in that area during his time there. September 2008, Slovakia. Mr. Roos was filming out of his apartment living room window a firework display. The town had been celebrating the founding of the settlement. He was using his mobile phone to film when he saw a UFO hovering in the sky before moving off to one side at high speed. The recorded video lasts about 2 seconds. Mr. Roos describes the UFO as glowing blue. The sighting made news headlines in Slovakia but appears to have failed to reach the UFO community in the rest of the world until recently. View the video yourself from the links on our show notes. Lebanon, Sunday the 20th September 2009. Reported on LBCI television and other media shows was a sighting that stopped car drivers in their tracks, only so they could get a better look. Approximately 50 glowing metallic objects were seen in the night sky. A witness to the sighting, Nadine Fadel, an LBCI staff member, describes the UFOs as descending to Earth and disappearing, before rising into the night sky and vanishing. Other witnesses stated the UFOs appeared to be about 2 meters in diameter. Blurry photographs were taken. The idea that they were Chinese lanterns or a flock of birds has been discounted. At this moment in time, they are truly UFOs. Belarus, Tuesday the 1st of September 2009. Interfax News Service reported on a mass UFO sighting in the city of Brest during daylight hours. The UFO circled the city for an hour, emitting an intermittent beam of light. The train station manager, Nicholas Lyorkovich, described an egg-shaped, sparkling silver UFO about the size of a passenger aircraft. Every few minutes the UFO would descend closer to Earth and then rise again. Colleagues of Mr. Lyorkovich also witnessed the object, as did others in the city. Although attempts to photograph the UFO were made, mysteriously cameras would not work. The UFO was last seen flying north of the city and out of sight.
United Kingdom UFO Network Podcast with your host, David Soman.
Thank you for listening to the pilot episode of the United Kingdom UFO Network. Please bear with us during these early days as we tweak the format and dig deeper to bring you more UFO and mystery reports from around the world. Please remember that links to some of the reports in this episode, which will include photographs and or video, can be found in the show notes at www.UKUFONW.co.uk. We hope you will join us next time.